Live at Orlando.com and streaming on News 6 Plus is News 6 at 6, getting results.
Breaking tonight, severe weather leading Lake County to take action to deal with damage. I'm Lisa Bell.
Yeah, glad you're with us tonight. I'm Matt Austin. In the last hour, we've gotten reports of downed power lines, trees, and lots of hail. So some of that hail, we're hearing up to the size of a baseball, reports. Now, News 6 viewer Christy G shared this video in our Pin It section of our Pinpoint Weather app, which has been jumping today. It looks like it's snowing in Florida.
More large hail in Claremont. Bob and Nancy shared this picture with us. The storms are on the move right now. Chief Meteorologist Tom Searles is pinpointing the spots getting hit right now, Tom.
Come take a look at what's happening. I do still have a warning for Osceola County that goes until 6:15. The storm has diminished a little bit, but it's still quite dangerous, as evidenced by, look at all the lightning strikes that are there. Now, as far as what the colors show you on the radar, no more really black zones out there showing you the destructive type of thunderstorm we had when it came through Claremont earlier this afternoon. Just know this is still a very dangerous. No, it's getting past you now through parts of Osceola County. Hailstones are still out there. About an inch is the current hail. On any other given afternoon, I'd be like, oh my Lord, we have 1-inch hailstones flying. But after 2.5-inch hailstones, golf ball size, even baseball size hailstones reported, it's kind of hard now to put it back in perspective. A 1-inch hailstone is still super damaging, and the reason this is a severe thunderstorm that goes until 6:15. I'm gonna widen this out, show you what's going on. Notice how it just barely missed you at Kissimmee and St. Cloud. It did not miss our friends back in Lake County. Over here in Claremont, Mascot, and then down in Poinciana, it rocked. It's diminishing now, but not totally done. Still a very dangerous thunderstorm as it rolls its way through parts of southern Osceola County. The colliding sea breezes are here now doing their thing. It's going to smack headlong, and now it's all going to shift down through Osceola toward you in Brevard as it washes its way out. The lingering scattered showers will linger till 8-ish, calming each and every passing hour into the evening. Would you look at Daytona Beach? You've had none of the nastiness this afternoon. Your temperature beachside 4. I'll be right back to pinpoint when we do this again tomorrow and who can expect the biggest of the storms. See you in a few.
We'll check back in with Tom in just a few minutes, but we do have some new in the newsroom right now, and we want to see your storm photos and videos. You can upload them right now to the Pin It section of the free News 6 Pinpoint Weather app. Just search WKMG and
Well, as storms move through, the survivor of a lightning strike is urging people to be careful out there. She lost her husband a little more than a week ago after getting hit in their boat in Brevard County. It happened near the Pineda and US 1. All new tonight, that woman speaks with News 6's Emily McLeod about her loss and what happened that water.
Nearly 20 years after beating 6 people and a dog to death, 2 men are back in court facing the death penalty once again. And despite a new Florida law, the jury still needs to be unanimous. The Volusia County judge sticking to the old rules because the resentencing for the so-called Xbox murders was ordered back in 2017. The court overturned the death sentences of Troy Victorino and Jerome Hunter, saying the jury needs unanimous. Prosecutors started their opening arguments today describing the crime in August of 2004. They say Victorino had been squatting in a Deltona home, got caught, and was upset the homeowner's granddaughter had a few of his things. He and 3 others created a plan to kill her and the people inside.
Jerome Hunter suggested during this conversation that they should probably wear masks. And Troy Victorino told him that would not be necessary, because they were not leaving any evidence behind and no one alive.
Both of their defense teams have chosen to wait until after the state's witnesses to do their opening statements.
Well, the state could be affecting the monorail at Walt Disney World. A Florida Senate committee just voted along party lines to change a transportation regarding FDOT safety standards to the monorail system. Gadsden joins us now in studio with what all this means.
Yeah, Matt, if the bill goes through, Disney would not be allowed to self-inspect the tram. Instead, it would be up to the Florida Department of Transportation do so. Disney would also be required to submit an annual safety plan to the agency with on-site visits every 3 years to ensure Disney is following the rules. Now, according to the Republican sponsor of the bill, FDOT inspects other tram systems in Florida, including the one at Orlando International Airport.
So what is the pressing safety issue that makes this necessary?
Well, look, I think that obviously with, the state's added responsibility in state, I think that it's the state's responsibility to that's something that is used as much as this particular monorail is used. I think over 150,000 plus tourists from all over the world, and obviously Floridians use these. I think that it is appropriate for this state, Florida Department, to have oversight over the safety of these monorails.
The transportation bill is headed to the Senate floor. A similar bill is set to go to the House on Thursday, but does not address Disney. This as Governor Ron DeSantis vows to take back state control over Disney World. The board in charge of Disney's governing district will meet tomorrow to vote to date a written agreement between Disney and the former Reedy Creek Board. The agreement gives Disney power to develop its property while stripping authority away newly appointed board. Lisa.
Ginger, thank you. In less than 30 minutes, an investigation surrounding a Melbourne firefighter will be discussed at tonight's Melbourne City Council meeting. That is according to the mayor. Melbourne firefighter Aaron Starkey, who is filed a federal complaint about this picture. Starkey's attorney says it shows Battalion Chief Jody Collar wearing a mustache and displaying a salute with Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. Last night, News 6 first reported Starkey's history of complaints of discrimination and retaliation alleged against the Melbourne Fire Department. Specific to this picture, Starkey writes to the EEOC, "I am Jewish, and I found Collar's gesture extremely offensive." He says he complained about this to the union president back in November. He said the president told him he would file a grievance and take it to the council, but never did.
We believe that Aaron's situation is more egregious because all of these actions were done in the workplace and presumably aided and abetted by coworkers, all in upper management.
News 6 called the union for comment, but we have not yet heard back.
Well, the carjacking suspect found hiding in a shed after a multi-county chase faces a Seminole County judge today. People who live in the Sweetwater Oaks community were not allowed in their homes or out as the law enforcement tried to get this guy out of a stranger's backyard. News 6's Catherine Silver went to that neighborhood where people still have a bunch of questions. All right, let's talk about a busy Central Florida road ditching cash payments.
And that is not all. The toll booths will soon be coming down as well. Also, school districts keeping up with growth. More students, more schools, many times means more bus drivers are needed. How they are trying to fill the positions, and they are having a tough time retaining those drivers.
Trump on trial. The former president sued by the advice columnist. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7:30 on News 6.
Having a pinpoint accurate forecast is vital. At News 6, our powerful pinpoint Doppler radar constantly sends us updated data that we analyze and turn into information that you can trust, drilling down to your neighborhood minute by minute. So while the weather is unpredictable, we're not.
Stream News 6 whenever you want. Watch news, weather, and special investigations on your time. You can even tune in to your favorite News 6 podcast. Download News 6 Plus to your smart TV now.
Live with Matt Austin, Lisa Bell. Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells. And sports with Sports Director Jamie Say. This is News 6 at 6. Getting results.
It is a position school districts across the state have a tough time filling and retaining. We're talking about bus drivers. And with more people moving to Central Florida, along with more schools being built, the need is only getting bigger.
So how are districts keeping the wheels turning right now? News 6's Carolina Cardona is in Osceola County with the hiring process and the possible solutions.
Cash will no longer be accepted on a major roadway. The Osceola Parkway is moving to an electronic tolling payment system. It starts right before the busy morning drive at 5 a.m. on Monday. Cash will no longer be accepted at the Shingle Creek Mainline Toll Plaza and Poinciana Boulevard ramps on the Osceola Parkway. All tolls will be collected by E-Pass, SunPass, or another transponder. Crews already put toll readers above the road. They will demolish the toll booths next month.
We're staying on top of those strong storms moving through the area. Look at this video from News 6 viewer Penny. Oddly, Penny is sharing some maybe quarter-size hail on our Pinpoint Weather app. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells is pinpointing storms for us tonight. Have we seen any of that baseball size that was reported at the beginning of all this?
I've seen some big ones. They put them all on Pinpoint, but I don't think any of them ones that I've seen reported on photos yet have hit the baseball size criteria. They say they're out there. I'll keep looking and see what I can find. Come take a look at radar. We've backed it up several hours to about 4:30 this afternoon. Here's Montverde, here's Claremont, here's Groveland. Boom, there goes the nastiness passing on through. Here's what we're left with now. Biggest storms are south of Kissimmee, St. Cloud, and take note, no more Polygon. They just expired what I believe should be the last of the thunderstorms here this afternoon as far as warnings go. Everything has kind of gone south of Dr. Phillips into Osceola County, rolling its way towards you there in Brevard. And to be sure, you don't want to be out in any of this lightning. Heavy rainfall, high winds, could still gust 40, 50 miles per hour, but the severe categories are gone for now. I'm going to widen this view out and take a look up north. Palm Coast, we've ignored you through the entire afternoon today. I know you've had some rain, and it's still raining from Palm Coast to Flagler Beach. Still raining over here north of Ocala. Still raining west of Ocala, heading toward the Gulf Coast. A whole lot of folks picked up a bunch of rain today, but the nastiness that was the destructive severe thunderstorm through Lake County took all the attention. I've worked here a long time. I've never had anyone really come up with baseball-sized hailstones. Here we go into the evening now. All of this continues to funnel down to the south and the east. And again, not a severe thunderstorm, but it's appreciable. Baseball-sized hail, no more. Hailstones in here are only about ½ an inch. A little bit of rotation going on. And the farther side of it, there you go. Hailstone size, about ½ of an inch. Almanac page for today. Well, there's your problem. We hit a daytime high today of 87. We primed the pump. Got the big moisture surging in here. Got the temperature 2 degrees above normal. Kaboom. It all happened. Daytona Beach at news time. It's been beautiful here at the beach. 74. Light rain close by. Cloud deck overlooking downtown Orlando. We're holding at 73. And look, the atmosphere has been punched out, worked over. We've stabilized a lot. 70 in Gainesville, down to 73 already in Orlando and 74 in Kissimmee. Visible satellite image shows you the West Coast series here and all these big storms erupting and the cloud shield just being blown away. So the roughest of the convection is still here. See the outflow boundary here pushing it all down to the south. Okay, where do we go from here? Well, for the rest of the night, it'll be a lot calmer. Here's what radar should look like by 7:30. Still some showers out there, but nothing rocking and rolling. And then tomorrow, here comes the sea breeze collision again. Kaboom, by 3 o'clock. Scattered showers are erupting. By 6 p.m., a line west of Orlando and some heavy stuff from Orlando to the south. And then on Thursday, real quick, still active. Overnight low tonight in Orlando is 65. Here's tomorrow. By noon tomorrow, 82, the high is 81. And again, we've talked about it for days. Every afternoon is active. Rain chances tomorrow, 60%, 40% on Thursday. And our best chance of rain is Friday at 70%. Even the weekend still calls for some showers.
All right, Tom, thank you. Sports Director Jamie Say is here. We're counting down to the NFL draft.
It is just days away, and predictions about who's going to go #1 keep changing. Some mock drafts have former Gator Anthony Richardson going first overall on Thursday. That would be cool. Tom doesn't think so. But if Richardson does not go #1, he's on track to join an exclusive group of Gators anyway. That's next. Plus, Jimmy Butler brings the heat, and the Bolts are on the brink.
I've never entered a contest before, and my name was #1 on the list.
You're a winner today.
I am.
At Lexus of Winter Park and Lexus of Orlando, shop by phone. Call 1-800-NEW-LEXUS.
Hang with Lisa Bell and Candace Campos as they bring you some food for thought with guests from the Central Florida culinary scene.
Well, you got my mouth watering. You sold me.
Catch an all-new Florida Foodie tomorrow at 5:30 on News 6.
Welcome back to News 6. In the history of the NFL draft, 4 Florida Gator quarterbacks have been selected in the first round. In 2 days, Anthony Richardson should become the 5th. So the Jets acquired Rodgers in order to win now, and that was the Miami Heat's idea when they signed Jimmy Butler back in 2019. Now Butler's got the Heat on the verge of an upset. News 6 at 6. We'll be right back.
Still storming in Osceola County, but calming in most other places. I'll be back to pinpoint what's left at 7.
CBS Evening News is coming at you next.
We'll see you back here at 7.